prefer to do a live stream for the series that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be called Your Wedding Series. And the reason I call it Your Wedding Series is because I am going to be talking about things, planning, tips, guides, things that are going to help you with your wedding planning, but from a different perspective, right? It's going to be your wedding. It's not my wedding. And basically, I'm going to be giving some advice that I had during my wedding, things that I've seen along the way at weddings that I've actually attended as a content creator and even as a guest. So it's going to be a treat. It's going to be a treat. What makes this so different of a wedding series than most people who are doing their personal wedding series? Well, what makes this a lot different is going to be the fact that we are going to be starting from the beginning. That means 14-year-old you. Yes, I know. So we're going to go back to when you were about 14 years old and what that would look like to start thinking about your wedding. What it looks like to think about what it would be to be a bride or a groom. Most people start planning their wedding when they get engaged rather than years and years ahead at the age of 14. The reason why I chose the age of 14 is because most people start having memories that they can actually hold on to and lessons that they understand about that age. Now there are people who are a little bit more mature, aka myself. Just saying, I definitely was remembering things a lot younger than the age of 14, but from people that I've talked to, they usually don't have a recollection of things until about 14 years old. And so that's why we are going to start at about 14 years old and take it from there. What would it be like to plan your wedding from then? Now, obviously, most of you are not going to be getting married at 18 years old. That's not what this is about. This is about taking it all the way back and what it would look like to be more prepared for going into your wedding day rather than being so surprised by so many things that happen, so many of the dramas that take place between families, in-laws, dramas that take place at the bridal party as well. You also have so much of the drama with these wedding venues if you decide to go that route. And so we're going to be discussing how to maneuver through that, how to work through that without losing it, basically. So it's going to be a wonderful time. You'll also get a chance to ask questions. This is podcast style. So you'll get to put your questions into the chat box, tell your friends, grab a coffee because it's going to be early mornings. We're going to start anywhere between 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. East Coast time. And I'm trying to do this Monday through Friday for the entire year of 2025. What? I know. I'm going to take the weekends off. I'm going to take the weekends off. And yeah, I think there's 90 something days or something in the year. Let's see. I try to do people know girls try to do fast, but I don't know why that's become a thing for girl math. But anyways, I just do regular math, and I am a girl. But let's see, I was trying to add 2 days per week, right? That's your weekend, and then we have 4 weeks in a month, usually, not always. So if I take away those days, that's about 2, 4, 6, 8. That's about 8 days per month times 4 months would be 32, 64, and then 96 days. We subtract that from 365 days, and we get 269 days. Now, am I going to do 269 videos? I'm definitely going to attempt this challenge. We're going to try. You guys can keep me accountable whenever I post things, and it's hey, where were you yesterday? I showed up for the live stream when you weren't here, and I had questions. So I want you guys to keep me accountable. I want to stay on top of this, and it's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be a fun ride. Like I said, it's going to be wedding planning, tips, it's going to be guide. And as your content creator, I want your wedding to go well. I want to tell your story. And what better way to know your love story than from the beginning, from 14-year-old you all the way up until the day that you get married, no matter what age that ends up being. So I know we're going to go on a journey from here, but obviously we're going to be fast forwarding years, and we're starting with the age 14, but then after that, the age thing is going to get kind of like thrown out the window because people get married at different ages. Sometimes people get remarried, or remarried, whatever. Yeah, but you know what I mean. And so it's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. And I hope you guys understand what a wedding series is. Most people already know what that is. Let's quickly just discuss what an actual wedding series is. Whenever you see brides, sometimes even groups coming along with the bride to talk about their wedding series. They're starting at their engagement, like their proposal, right? Sometimes it's a surprise. Sometimes the bride helps the groom in order to plan out the proposal when it's not a surprise. I like surprises. You guys are going to get to see my surprise. I was so thankful that I had no idea when, what day, nothing. I knew nothing. So way more exciting for me, but I know not all brides appreciate that. So, and that's fine. Um, yeah, so then you have the engagement. You then, for the rest of the wedding series, it just goes wild from there. You get to pick and choose what events you forward, what events that you've always dreamed about, what events that hopefully your family and friends can come along and financially help you with. And we're going to be discussing that. So you start with the proposal, then you have the engagement party, then you have the bridesmaids proposal because you want to ask your bridesmaids, obviously, and now that's turned into an entire proposal thing, which is so much fun. As a lady, I tell you right now, I'm such a good and I think that bridesmaids are up. So yeah, so you have those, and then on top of that, you have even groomsmen proposals now. Like I know, even the grooms are like getting into it, and I've seen some really cool like groomsmen gifts that people are giving, which is really kind of neat to ask them to be like groomsmen. Yeah, am I best man or maid of honor or matron of honor if someone is married. A lot of people don't know if you're asking someone who's married, they'll actually call you a matron of honor. It's not just your mother and your grandmother. Anyways, so then you go on and you have wedding dress shopping. This is all part of your wedding series. And then you have the what's next? You have the wedding shower or bridal shower. Some people have both, some people don't have either. You have the bachelorette party, bachelor party. You have the wedding rehearsal and its dinner that follows after that. Some people have a welcome party on that day as well to invite everyone who came from out of town to be, they're here. They're excited that they are now here in town celebrating their birthday. And then obviously the next day you have Get Ready with Me, which is you're getting ready for your wedding and taking everyone along the ride with you, hair and makeup, seeing your dress that morning and getting all planned out and letting your bridesmaids see you before the wedding, your groom see you before the wedding, or your father of the bride see you before the wedding. Some people don't let anyone see them before the wedding and they just show up, which is amazing. I think that's awesome. I only had my bridesmaids see me right before I walked down, and that was because we all got ready in the same room. So that was the only reason why. It wasn't like a big production. It wasn't like a bunch of like photos or anything like that. It was more focused on me getting to see my groom. Oh my gosh, my now husband. So it was more focused on. Yeah. So then you have wedding ceremony. You have the wedding reception. Some people have an after party, and some people have brunch the next day. Now, why am I bringing up all this from wedding series? The reason why I'm bringing all this up because as your content creator, I actually take photos and videos of your wedding series, and it's so much fun. It's exciting. I get to go along that journey with you. You get to stay hands-free. That means you don't need to have your cell phone or some kind of camera in your hand, and your guests, your friends, and your family also get to remain hands-free. And so I get to take all of those photos and videos for you, and you get it in like 24 hours. You get like a huge set in 24 hours of just like raw stuff. And then in 48 hours, you get some edits. So, which is really, really fun because you can put the raw stuff behind the scenes up on your social media like right away. And then, of course, the edited stuff, you're going to be ready to share all over your social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook if that's what you still use. So yeah, it is an enjoyable time, and I'm excited to be talking about the wedding series in detail. It's going to show how you can plan your wedding with those wedding series events in mind. So I'm going to take you on a ride of different options on how to do that. Because guess what? Not every girl is born into this world and just knows how to do all this stuff. I can tell you right now, like, if my mom was getting married during this time, there's no way she'd even have like half the things I mentioned in the wedding series. Like, she wouldn't even have it because like it's not her thing. And then number two, she wouldn't even know who's 13 and in the event. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about who pays for all of this stuff. This is a lot of events just for you getting down to the wedding day. Now, people who elope, they probably won't have any of the things I talked about in the wedding series. They're just gonna go get eloped and like that's good. Like they're focused on just the wedding itself and like that day of spending forever with their bride or their groom, right? And so like that's amazing. Like they're focused on just like love, love, love. And those of us who just love events, it's like we love events, but we also love the person that we're getting married to. So it's just another time to get to have um, celebrations in that, right? So I am going to be talking about who pays for it, where to get the money from, stuff. I'm also going to be talking about how to do some things yourself. So, like, if you are a DIY bride, if you're a budget-friendly bride, you're going to want to be tuned into all this. Now, if you're not a budget-friendly bride and you're not a DIY bride, that's not your thing, don't worry about it. You're still going to get lots of tips and tricks on where to go to purchase all this stuff and just buy it. And you don't have to worry about, like, okay, I have to make this, I have to make that, or whatever. You're just going to, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Now, getting back into 14-year-old you and like what that starts off being like, I literally cannot wait until day one of the series. So day one is going to look more like, let's see, there's a lot in day one. It starts on January 1st, first of all. It starts January 1st. So, okay, so today is December 23rd. And so I have to go to sleep 8 times before the series gets started every day on live stream, you guys. Monday through Friday on live stream. It's gonna be so cool. Like I said, it's a good time for you to like ask your questions. Sometimes you'll see me over here looking at the chat to see if like anyone has put anything in the chat. Which right now I'm just gonna check, even though I know this is a new series. I'm just okay. So as of right now, we don't have anyone in the chat room asking any questions, and that's okay. You'll see me put my finger up just to kind of show that like we're on a big pause to see if there's anyone that is asking any questions. And you can feel free to put your questions in as many times as you like. If you see that I haven't answered it, please feel free to put the question in again. I might miss it because I am obviously focus on the stream and I don't have anybody else there to help me to run the stream. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's going to be a good time. I want people to feel more prepared for their weddings before they even get proposed to and things that like it's your wedding, right? So that's why I'm calling it your wedding series. You don't have to go out and buy or DIY or do any of the stuff that I'm saying. But if you like to just talk about weddings and it's something that like interests you and piques your interest, or you just like planning events, right? Like I love to plan a good event. You guys know a lot of my history, which involves events, trade shows, conventions, um, after parties for business and corporate. And so I have been a part of events forever, festivals and promotions and even the smaller stuff like store events, like Walgreens. Yeah, and so I just love it. And so getting to be a part of the wedding industry is like exciting for me and fun. And I hope that you're going to have an awesome time with it and you're going to ask questions, feeling like, this is a platform where, you don't have to feel like you have to pay for anything. There's a lot of books out there that you can buy. There's a lot of classes that you can sign up for and purchase. But this is going to be all for free. And that also is something that sets me apart from those that are charging. to do this. Now, I will say, because this is on live stream, I'm really, really hoping that things have got a little bit stronger with YouTube and that there aren't so many like cuts and jumps and freezes and things like that, because that's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good for any of us. So I'm hoping that the stream is gonna stay strong. If you happen to miss the stream and you just want to watch this live video, I will be downloading the actual video stream and turning it into just a video. And so with that, it may have some things that might help you a little bit whenever you go back and watch this, if you don't want to watch the live stream. Now, I say that, but then let me just keep thinking about it, because I'm not sure yet. It will be in the playlist though. It will be in the playlist just in case these aren't coming through on the on the live playlist. So I will have a different playlist called your wedding series. So you will be able to find this pretty quickly. I am going to that. Let me make sure that my zipper is up. I don't want to get sick, you guys. I can't get sick. So that's why we may be taking these live streams indoors going forward. I just have to see. I don't know. I have to see where else I would like to film, because I like filming outside. There's something about it. There's just something about getting to film outside that, like, it's refreshing to me. And we have a fire pit as well, so maybe I will go by the fire pit. That could actually be kind of nice. I really wish I could get my back camera to work here on the live stream. So I'm going to be working on that. I'm going to be seeing how I can get my back camera to work. It may not work out for the back camera, and we may just have to continue to use the front camera, and that's fine. We're going to figure it out together. We're going to figure it out together. Welcome to your wedding series. This has been the pilot, the introduction, and we're also going to go ahead and call it episode 1, but the real episode 1 starts on January 1st. So it's going to be episode 1, take 2, or something like that. So don't get confused. We will have 2 episode 1s for this wedding series. I'm excited. I hope you guys get excited. I wanted to say hello to the East Coast, hello to the West Coast, California, and hello to Texas. I love Texas. You're the best. Florida as well. And good afternoon or good evening or whatever it is in Europe, Canada, Africa, South America, all those places. I just wanted to say hello and welcome to everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this series, and I hope that you feel comfortable to ask questions along the way. I'm your content creator, and
lights, camera, action, baby, strike a pose. Phones and cameras out, just watch it all unfold. We're the stars of the show, ain't no need for filters. Living life through the lens, capturing our breath. Put away your phones and cameras, let the good times roll. Our content creators got it all under control. From weddings to events, parties, travel and brands, we're living the paparazzi life. It's all in our hands.
Lights, camera, action, we're ready to go. We're professionals, don't you already know? From TikTok to Instagram, we're taking the lead. Content creators